Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to Final Trade. We are going to take a combined look at draft and set box sales data off of TCG Player for Commander Masters for the entire pre-release period through and including release day. So first for the set boxes, they sold 1,633 of the crazy high price set boxes for a total of $586,000, coming to an average price of $359 per box. Now, the wholesale price of one of these Commander Master set boxes for your average small card store in the US is around $330. The average sales price on the pre-sale was $359. That sounds okay, but the break-even price, once you include the kind of fees that you get charged on TCG Player or eBay, and then actual shipping costs in the US for something as heavy as a set box, the break-even cost is going to be about $391. So the average sales price was $359 compared to that $391 break even. So very bad for your average and small card stores in the US. Only your bigger stores and your distributors pretending to be retailers are going to be able to sell at a profit on the marketplaces. Everyone else selling on the marketplaces with these set boxes right now is losing money. You can go out on TCG Player today, and the price of these set boxes, as I record this, is $309, and the break even is $391 for your small card store. So a pretty big mess. Now we'll switch over to the draft boxes. The story with the draft boxes, the whole pre-release period and including release day, 455 boxes. How is it that low? And yeah, I checked my data. I checked twice, and 455 boxes. That was it for the draft. $131,000 was the cumulative spend, giving an average price of $290 per box. The wholesale was around $245, and the break-even is around $293. So break-even of $293, and the average sales price was $290. So that's a little better, but if you go look today, again, the price right now as I film this is $256. And now we want to compare this to Double Masters 2022. Now, the first thing to say is obviously if I just throw DM22 draft boxes up here, it's not a perfect comparison because Commander Masters has set boxes and draft boxes. Double Masters 2022 last summer only had draft boxes. Don't worry, I'm getting there. Just for the moment, we'll just throw draft boxes up here and we'll look at how preposterous this looks. I mean, you have to look way down here by the horizontal axis to see the Commander Master draft boxes. So that's not a good comparison. So what I did is I made a composite data set, and it's this DS, it's draft and set, and that is all of the draft boxes and set boxes from Commander Masters combined into one data set. Now, I have to warn you when I show you this, the 7-day moving average price stops having any meaning. You can't just do some kind of box weighted average because some people might say, well, I want a card value weighted average, or I want some other average. And the same way, cumulative box sales doesn't really have a good meaning because it's, well, I summed up the set and draft box sales numbers, but they have different cards in them. They sell for different prices. So really the only thing that's going to be meaningful here is this cumulative spend plot, because again, cumulative spend, it's dollars. It dives down to how much money were the purchasers willing to part with. And so when you get down to this, you find that draft and set combined sold about $710,000 worth of product. Now, last year, the draft and set combined, even though set didn't exist and it was just draft, but the combined same comparable thing for DM22 last summer was $2,008,000. So just a hair over $2 million bucks. So basically DM22 non-collector boxes last summer outsold Commander Master non-collector boxes this summer by nearly a 3-to-1 margin in the whole pre-sale period and release day. So very, very bad performance to see that kind of drop. And yeah, obviously, Lord of the Rings ate up tons of money out of the market. It just pulled so much money out of the market with people gambling for the 101 ring, just the ridiculous number of collector boxes that were bought and the high price that they were going for in the market. It pulled all the money out, and that's why you're seeing a lot of this terrible performance. So right now, it's not a bad time to hedge your positions on Commander Masters. The prices of the collector boxes especially are very favorable. The set boxes right now are under wholesale when they're $309 on TCG Player, and wholesale is $332. The draft boxes are only $10 over wholesale on TCG Player, $256 compared to $246. So it's really not a bad time to maybe hedge your bets by 1/3, maybe up to 1/2 of what you would eventually like to have. I'm always an advocate for it, and I usually do it myself. I buy at least some at good prices to make sure that the price action doesn't run away from me in case I'm wrong, in case there's a bounce in the market, in case we have severely overestimated the amount of Commander Masters product that WotC has printed, but it just kind of doesn't look that way. I think back to the video that Rob from RNG Games made a few weeks ago saying he got his entire allocation of draft and collector boxes that he requested from distribution. Now, he got cut, I believe he said in half or somewhere approximately like that on the set boxes, but he got all the draft and collector boxes that he wanted. So, I think there are going to be plenty of these boxes in the market. I think the prices are going to remain weak. Now, maybe the set boxes, maybe they will bounce back up much sooner. Apparently, somebody sees something in them since they basically sold at a 4-to-1 ratio compared to the draft boxes from Commander Masters. So whatever that secret sauce in there that people love, I guess they're chasing all of the special foil treatment variants of the Mythic cards. That's all I can imagine. Or maybe I just don't understand. But so potentially those set boxes could see a bigger bounce and an earlier bounce up in the future. But I think the draft and the collector are going to remain weak for quite a while just because the sales have been so sluggish. On a box basis and a dollar basis, draft and set are selling at 1/3 the rate that Commander Masters draft sold at. Sorry, that Double Masters 22 draft sold at last summer. 1/3 the rate, and for the collector boxes, it's 1/2 the rate. So I think there's going to be lots and lots of this sitting around in the market. Black Friday will probably be a pretty wonderful time to buy it. We may get a bonus buck sale that's bigger than the 15% we become spoiled to. So very poor performance, but there's a lot of negativity hype around this set in social media. And again, it's just following Lord of the Rings, where way too many people wasted way too much money gambling on the lottery ticket of the 101 ring. So that's all you can say. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm going to continue to cover these as a combined draft and set. And if anybody wants to PayPal me $1,000, I will refactor the software tool to actually make this where I can just dynamically select multiple sets at once to put up here on the screen. Let me know. Otherwise, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Join me on Final Trade.